Ooh, rare handheld camera moment. This package, I forgot to mention it in the beginning of the video. I mention it later in the video, but I like to say stuff like this in the beginning. This was sent for free from Nabalis, but they didn't pay me or tell me what to say. All the opinions contained in the video are my own. But thank you for sending it over. I really appreciate it. On with the video. Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Blade Bias. We have a very exciting Balisong to check out today. Today I have the Nabalis Canyon, one of the more budget-friendly options from Nabalis, even rivaling their Lightning model, which, as some people might know, is one of the cheapest, like, good to recommend name brand Balisongs out there that isn't some CCC on Amazon. I'm very excited to check this thing out, and I'm not even going to flounder around talking about it before I open it, because there's a lot of stuff to talk about when I do open it. I will say I have opened this package, but that was only so that you guys don't have to watch me painfully untape the blade to get the wrenches off, which they still do. And they even upped their game this time because there's like a back plate now, and then they've got the thing it's pretty crazy. But I have not flipped it yet. So let's take a look. This is an all-steel Balisong from Nabalis. This is exactly how I unboxed it, which is why you can tell that the blade has all of this gunk all over it. Nabalis, please stop taping the ever-living hell out of your blades. It would be really nice. Also, I'm pretty sure that tip just stabbed me. This is the Canyon. It's a really, really interesting design, and I really like what they've done here. You can see that these little cutouts here, actually, we'll go into it in just a second, but it is an all-steel Balisong, retailing for $40 to $50, depending if you want the false live blade or the trainer version. And I'm going to pull up the spec sheet really quick, but I also kind of have a bone to pick with Nabalis here. This is really annoying. If you go onto their website right now, and I hope you can see this, you'll see that it's like, oh, it's on sale. It's $60 down to $50. That's really cool. I'll get it while it's on sale. But if you look at their marketing material, it's very obvious that the normal price is supposed to be $50. So I'm going to be completely honest with you, Nabalis. It annoys me quite a bit that you would falsely list it as on sale if it's clear that the sale price is what the product is supposed to cost normally. That comes across kind of, I'm not going to say like it's terrible, but it comes off kind of like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel great. It comes off as if you're kind of trying to trick me a little bit, which, like, it's a $10 sale, but still, if the price is supposed to be $40 to $50, can we just call it that and not say, oh my god, it's on sale, buy now? Anyway, this Balisong is entirely made of 420 heat-treated stainless steel, and it's based on, as the name would suggest, a canyon, and I actually really like how this thing's designed. So you can see that this cutout and the handles here are inspired by the winding rivers of a canyon that you get from water eroding down into the canyon. And then the blade is based on, if I can find the picture, like the outlines of like mountains. I think it's a really, really well-designed Balisong. And the feel in the hand before flipping it is pretty phenomenal. I can't even lie. For $50, this thing feels great, minus, all the goop on the blade, which I would clean off, but this is how it came out of the box, so that's how it's going to run in the unboxing video. It is pinsless, which I don't see enough people talking about. No pins to be seen, which I believe is Nabalis' first pinsless model. And this thing runs on bushings. For $50, bushings with these level of tolerances, no tap, is very, very impressive. Also, the unboxing experience is very impressive. You get everything that you would get with something like a Vulp. Lube, thread locker, the T10 bit, extra hardware, bushings, washers, pivots, all of that. If this thing's good enough, this could become my new default recommendation for newer flippers into the hobby. And I will show off this box a little bit, showing off the Create With You Nabalis event thing. It's pretty cool. I like it. There's a simple little box like the Vault, but it has this cool little changing graphic on it. Pretty interesting thing for a $50 Balisong. This is the gray model. They offered me gray or black. I chose gray. I didn't realize black was all acid washed, and I'm kind of sad because I love acid wash. So I should have gotten the black, but This is the bead blasted model. It weighs 4.46 ounces. The false live blade does. The trainer weighs 4.33 ounces, which is much lighter than most other all steel Balisongs on the market. And I'm really interested to see how this thing flips. I've heard good things from other people, but I haven't watched any videos or anything. So I guess we're just going to get into it and give the Canyon a flip. Is this going to be the new budget king of $50? Wow. Surprisingly well flipping already. Surprisingly well balanced, actually. Fanning is a little goofy when you get into it, but once you do it, it fans all right. I'd say there's a little bit of handle bias here. The handles are definitely heavier than the blade, and you can feel it and how it carries momentum. But it does kind of make me concerned about how the trainer blade would flip, given that the trainer blade is lighter. Surprisingly comfortable chaplain. I was worried about that given this kind of like mountain range vibe they have going on here, but it chaplains pretty well. A lot of momentum. Normally, like, you could have Balisongs with similar dimensions as this that are made out of titanium. So the fact that this is all steel means that there's a lot of weight and momentum being thrown around by the handles. And since the blades on Balisongs are normally steel, the blade feels normal, but the handles do feel heavier. So it's definitely handle bias, and it definitely throws around a lot of momentum. But man, that flips really, really well. For $50, you get bushings. It is pinsless, so it doesn't sound the greatest, I'm not going to lie. Like, it doesn't sound the worst, but it also doesn't sound the greatest. I'm going to give it a drop of oil just to make sure that's not what it is. But gosh, this thing is exciting. To have a new budget Balisong come out in this range with these specs is very impressive. Because all steel is usually looked into as a cost-saving measure, because for some reason, I can't really speak to why, but I know Kershaw's Balanza, or whatever it's called, is able to be really cheap because it's all steel. Same with the Lucha, but the Lucha is heavy, and actually so is the Balanza. I don't know. You know what? I really like this. I really like it for $50. Like, this is incredible for $50 to get a flippable Balisong like this. Because they have the Lightning. The Lightning exists. I've never tried a Lightning, but I recommend it to people sometimes just because I know Ty said it was pretty good. And for that price, like, even if it was not the greatest, even if it wasn't like, oh, I don't really like this or this about it, I don't really think I would care that much because it's that cheap. And this is kind of falling in the same boat. It's like, it's not perfect. I'm getting a little bit of weirdness in how it flips, specifically in fans and all the momentum that it carries. But like, this flips very, very well for $50. A little bit of a ring to it too, which is interesting. I actually do want to take a little bit of more of a look at the design, because these river cutouts aren't really for grip, because you don't really feel them when you're doing this. Like, you feel them a little bit, but most of the grip is going to come from this almost skeletonized handle, which isn't as skeletonized as I would have thought for an all-steel Balisong, which is very interesting. We got like a double cutout speed channel, some sort of holes on the inside. Man, this thing is, it feels surprisingly good. Sorry, my camera randomly stopped recording. I don't really know what happened there, but like I was saying, the grip is pretty good. Steel already feels like fairly grippy. It's almost like a titanium. It's like an in-between, I would say, the feeling of titanium and aluminum. Because aluminum's very slippery, but titanium kind of has that stickiness to it. This is kind of a good in-between. And the weight is incredible for all steel. Honestly, as I'm getting used to it, it just flips. It's like, this is this is a Balisong. I think you could maybe convince someone who's newer to the hobby that this wasn't all steel, but at the same time, would they really know what all steel entails? I don't know. It sounds way better now that the oil is worked in a little bit. You know what? For a pinsless Balisong, that sounds incredible. Wow. Dude, I'm impressed, Nabalis. If you just change that fake sale or whatever's going on the website, I don't really have too much to complain about with this for the price. I obviously will spend a week with this just to like get my full thoughts down. But yeah. Because like I said, there's a little bit of weirdness that I'm feeling with the momentum and the fanning and everything. It could be because I'm just really, really used to my Sliff T at the moment. This is the first like other Balisong I've flipped besides my Sliff T in a little bit now, because my videos have all been pre-recorded. But I think I'll just have to wait and see what happens with the week that I spend with this, because this flip's very, very good right now. Dropped it a few times, flipped it around. Still no tolerance issues. Very impressive for $50. Oh, wow. Okay, so the false slide blade, not that much of a false slide blade. I just chaplined on the bite side. It actually feels kind of comfortable. Probably because it's way thicker down here. Maybe that was the point of that. But I really couldn't tell that I was on the wrong side there. Ooh. But yeah, chaplins feel good. Chaplins feel very good. Fans feel very good. Choker fans. The only thing I want to see, how's this jimping doing? Because this jimping looks okay, but I feel like it might be the kind of jimping that just... It's definitely doing something, but I do think that the bead blast on the steel is doing most of the work here. Like, I wouldn't say that it's the craziest jimping out there, but it's not bad, especially for the price. Wow. Well, color me impressed, Nabalis. Good work. I like this a lot. As I added in the beginning of the video, because I forgot to mention it before I opened the box, this was sent oh my gosh, this was sent for free from Nabalis, but they did not pay me or influence my opinions in any way, obviously. So thank you to them for sending this thing out. I really appreciate the opportunity to check it out. Double scissor, let's go. Did I actually catch a double? I did actually catch a double scissor, holy cow. Yeah, dude. A $50 bushing Balisong that flips good from a company that's not a clone company. Wow. Damn. All right, well, I'm going to go spend my week with this thing and get back to you guys on what I'm feeling in more detail about the balance and the grip and all of that stuff. But until then, we'll get back to finishing what was in the rest of Ted's box. And then I need to record that Squiddy AL video because I completely forgot about it and it's been way too long. So I'm going to go do that stuff. But in the meantime, keep flipping, boys. Maybe check out the Canyon if you're interested. Although I'm pretty sure a lot of you probably already did. This thing dropped like 3 or 4 days ago. And I've seen a lot of people saying that they bought one or that they wanted to buy one. So hopefully they'll be arriving soon and that you guys enjoy them. But that's pretty much it for me. I can't stop flipping this thing. It's really addicting. Wow, $50. I know I keep saying that, but it's just so impressive. Although I need to clean off this blade now. Nabalis, stop taping your blades like this. It's really annoying. I'll need to get some rubbing alcohol on that or something. Okay, I gotta stop now. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.